Hello, and welcome. James Mann back with another truth video. Allow me to show you why it's not possible for us to be living in the heliocentric model. Is Earth a planet, or a plane? Only one can be true and provable, meaning the other is a deception. Which one have you actually proven on your own? We have been told Earth is a planet since we were born. We were taught a Big Bang, 14 billion years ago, made everything we see in the sky today. Most people believe this is a real photo of Earth, taken from space. Not only do they believe it's real, they believe so strongly they will argue with anyone who says otherwise. They even call us uneducated and stupid, all kinds of ignorant things. Like telling us not to reproduce. The really sad thing about these people is the fact they can't prove the image is a real photo, but I only took 10 seconds to prove it's fake. All I had to do was adjust the gamma and brightness to reveal the deception. This image was made from strips of data collected by balloon satellites and high-altitude planes. It's a deception designed to keep the sleeping and gullible from waking from their years of heliocentric programming. Think about that. And now think about this. How many ways were you taught how to prove Earth is a planet in an ever-expanding universe, while you were in public school? One thing that easily destroys a spinning globe Earth is the lack of measurable curvature over distance. Earth is claimed to be 74% water. And this means globe Earth cannot have measurable curvature to match the alleged 3,959-mile radius. Think about this. You can't claim gravity is the reason water bends, because according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, gravity cannot be proven from Earth. But get this, Bill Nye the Science Guy claims boats disappear due to Earth's curvature, yet Bill had to use a prop with a genie to deceive innocent children into believing lies. Why couldn't Bill Nye just go to the seashore and make a real video? The answer is simple, it's because Earth has zero measurable curvature, so he had to lie to millions, even billions of people.
We have a saying in science, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. So I am now going to make a wild, way out, extraordinary claim. The world is round. For curvature of the Earth horizon model of science! Watch. As ships sail away.
They don't disappear all at once.
No, first, the bottom will disappear. See, the bottom of the ship is gone. Now we can see midway up, and then the whole thing disappears. Now, ships came back. They didn't fall off a table. So people realized that the world is curved. I mean, it's a big curve, but it's curved. So, the process of testing claims, the world is flat, the world is round, is what we call science. Now, if you have a claim that can't be tested, that's what we call pseudoscience. The difference between pseudoscience and regular science is whether or not you can test it. The flat Earth, well, that didn't stand up to tests. The round Earth did. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. The world is round!
So Bill Nye says, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. Did you see Bill Nye the Lie Guy give a single proof of the globe here? Of course you didn't, because Bill never gave us proof of the globe. He showed a genie floating around, and a prop. Again I ask the question, why would Bill Nye not go to the ocean and show this real time? The reason Bill used a prop is because Earth is not a spinning ball, and that's easily proven with overwater observations. Bill Nye, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, lie for a living. Bill Nye lies to children, while Neil deGrasse Tyson lies to the gullible and lazy adults. We see a boat on the horizon, but when I zoom in we see another boat to the right. That boat was unresolvable, but certainly was not over the curvature of a ball Earth. It was blocked by angular size and resolution. It is very easy to prove why Bill Nye, the Lie Guy, could not do his globe proof over the ocean, and why he had to fake it for the children. On this morning it was extremely windy. I had to hold the tripod from being blown over, making for a very shaky video, plus most of the audio was blown out. I removed the audio, and slowed down the video. Sorry, it's still shaky but nothing like it was before slowing it down. But I had to share this local fishing boat, that is no more than 14 feet high. 3 of the 14 feet is below the water line, meaning there would only be 11 feet to the top deck. I am not sure how far away the boat is, however, I do know the land beyond the boat is 43 miles away. The hill on the left is 400 feet high, and should be blocked by 570 feet of predicted globe Earth curvature. Boats don't disappear due to any alleged Earth curvature, we have already proven that over and over again. What really happens is angular size change the further the boat is from my eye or camera lens. Not only does a boat appear to get smaller as it moves away, things around it can start to make it harder to resolve the detail of the boat, that's angular resolution. Showing there is zero measurable curvature to 43 miles, based on the predictions made by Earth curvature calculators, kinda tells us there can be zero curvature to that boat. But it's still a lot of fun zooming in on the horizon and finding boats I couldn't see with the naked eye. One thing that easily destroys a globe Earth is the lack of measurable curvature over distances. You do understand that Earth is claimed to be 74% water? And you should understand that water, when at rest, is always level. You cannot have a spherical planet with a 3,959-mile radius, without measurable curvature. So why would you still believe Earth is a watery ball in an infinite ever-expanding universe? We all believed in gravity, because we were fed that as truth, while we were children in public school. The thing is, Neil deGrasse Tyson claims gravity cannot be proven from Earth. And that means you believe gravity exists, by faith alone. Now let's look at Bill Nye the Science Guy, a person who has been lying to billions of children for decades, just like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Bill Nye makes the claim that boats disappear due to Earth's curvature. And then he shows children a prop, and a genie. My first question to Bill Nye would be to ask him why he included an evil, deceitful genie in a video meant to teach children about reality. And my second question would be, why didn't Bill Nye go to a lake, or the seashore, in the real world, and do the observation there? So those children watching would be able to duplicate the experiment. Actually, the reason Bill Nye didn't do this in the real world is really quite simple. There is no Earth curvature, and I will prove that to you in this short video. Bill Nye knows this, just like Neil deGrasse Tyson knows this. And that means these two evil creatures have become multimillionaires by lying to billions of children, and gullible lazy adults for decades. Note, I used to be one of those gullible adults, so there is still hope for you. And that last comment was not meant as an insult. As a child of God, our Creator, you deserve to know the truth, and to learn how to prove it for yourself. We all were lied to about reality, and there are literally thousands upon thousands of people being paid to keep you believing, and never feeling the need to prove any of it. I am at Cape Enraged, New Brunswick, where my camera is 127 feet above sea level. We are looking at 4 targets, each at a different distance from my camera. The arrow on the left is Rockport, New Brunswick, 16 miles from my camera. The arrow on the right is another point at 19 miles out. Between the two land points is a 100-foot high hill, with trees about 20 foot tall. The highest spot on the hill is 25 miles away. And beyond the 100-foot high hill there are wind turbines at Amherst, Nova Scotia, 30 miles away. My eye level here is 127 feet above sea level. With my camera at 127 feet there is only a little curvature expected. For that reason I will have to move to a lower elevation. The point on the left, at 16 miles, would only have about 3 feet of alleged Earth curvature. The point on the right, at 19 miles, would only have 18 feet of curvature. The high spot on the hill at 25 miles away, should have 83 feet of curvature. And the wind turbines, 30 miles away, should have 175 feet of curvature. However, the 120-foot high hill blocks the bottom of the turbines. With my camera now at 70 feet above sea level, let's look at the predicted Earth curvature to each of these locations. At the 16 miles point we should now have 22 feet of curvature. The point on the right at 19 miles, should have 51 feet of alleged Earth curvature. The 120-foot high wall at 25 miles should have 145 feet of curvature, again, The hill's high spot is only 120 feet, plus trees, and that disproves curvature to 25 miles. Get this, disproving curvature to 25 miles, automatically disproves curvature to the points at 16 and 19 miles. The wind turbines are 30 miles away, and should now have 260 feet of alleged Earth curvature, that only leaves 40 feet to the turbines. Again, I want to remind you that the 125-foot high hill is blocking more than 125 feet of the turbine tower, debunking curvature to 30 miles. So real research debunks curvature to 30 miles, and that means there can be no curvature to 30 miles looking 360 degrees. Okay, the only thing that is important now would be those turbine blades. The turbine towers are 300 feet high. The blades are 100 feet long, making the tip of a vertical blade 400 feet high. Looking from 30 miles, with my camera 22 feet above sea level, there should be 392 feet of that alleged Earth curvature, which would leave just 8 feet of those blades visible. The fact we can see where the blade joins to the turbine shows us we are seeing down to 300 feet above sea level, with the entire 100-foot long blades visible. This screen capture is from Google Earth. Let me mark each location starting with Cape Enrage, where my camera is. Then we have the point, Rockport, at 16 miles. Next was Lower Cove, at 19 miles. Then the 125-foot hill at 25 miles. And finally the wind turbines at 30 miles. Okay, I just showed you there is zero measurable curvature to 30 miles. My camera started at 127 feet above sea level. Then I moved my camera to 70 feet, and then down to just 22 feet. At 22 feet above sea level, I showed you I could see the wind turbine, at 300 feet above sea level. That alone disproves any curvature to 30 miles from 22 feet. However, seeing the entire 100-foot blades destroys the globe, as there should be 392 feet of alleged Earth curvature. That red line is 30 miles long. I proved zero measurable curvature to each location. Level water, from me to 30 miles, where there should have been 392 feet of Earth curvature. Now understand this next point. If that 30 miles has no curvature, meaning it's level, logic states there would be no curvature in 30 miles going the opposite direction. From the yellow line to the red circle is 30 miles. Within that circle are two locations I have recorded hundreds of times. One is Martin Head, which is 21 miles from Cape Enrage. I have captured that proof with my camera at sea level. The second was my first flat Earth proof, Alote. This proof is from Dennis Beach, about 10 miles from Cape Enrage. Alote is 28 miles from Dennis Beach. I have also measured zero curvature to 36, 41, and 43 miles, looking from 127 feet above sea level. Outside of that circle I have measured to Nova Scotia more than 40 miles from Dennis Beach, with my camera at 85.5 feet above sea level. Globe curvature math says we should never be able to see Nova Scotia from an 85-foot eye level. Now let's look west, from Cape Enrage, to Martin Head, 21 miles away. Note that my camera is at 127 feet above sea level. Earth curvature calculators say there should be 34.5 feet of Earth curve blocking the bottom half of the island. However, we clearly see the entire island, right down to the seaweed-covered rocks at the base of Martin Head. Looking east from Cape Enrage, I was able to show you zero measurable curvature to 30 miles. And I just showed you zero curvature to 21 miles, looking west. That's 50 miles with zero measurable curvature. Let's keep looking. The white arrow is pointing to a cliff face 27 miles away. The cliff is about 100 feet high and should be blocked by 116 feet of curvature. On the other end of the island we can see a few more cliff faces. Each of these cliff faces is about 100 feet high, and should be blocked 100% by Earth's curvature, yet they are not blocked at all. Zero measurable Earth curvature. Let's keep looking down the coast to see if we can see anything else that should be blocked by that alleged Earth curvature. Pangburn Cliffs are 36 miles from Cape Enrage. At the end where the point looks like it stops, is 284 feet high. There should be 328 feet of Earth curvature. That's now 66 miles without a single inch of provable Earth curvature. And that hill is 400 feet high, and 43 miles from Cape Enrage. There should be 568 feet of curvature blocking 100% of that hill. However, on a clear morning, before the sun hits the scene, we can see the Quaco Head Lighthouse light, that's just 85 feet above sea level. That's now 73 miles without measurable Earth curvature. As usual, my video went on too long, sorry about that. In conclusion, I just showed you 73 miles without any measurable curvature. First I showed you 30 miles without curvature. Then from the same location, Cape Enrage, I showed you 43 miles without measurable curvature. This is why Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson have to lie to billions of children and adults. And why public schools are indoctrination centers. Only children would believe a lie as big as the Big Bang Theory. Thanks for watching, and if you are a globe believer, please make today the day you start doing your own research. The Bible says, "Prove all things, hold fast that which is good." And now you know why God placed that verse in the Bible. He knew this deception was coming.